Welcome to Glitz, Glam and Grace, where beauty meets confidence and every story sparkles, a show that celebrates style, empowerment, and the grace behind every glamorous moment. Join us on Glitz, Glam and Grace, where you'll find your sparkle, with your glamorous host, Mrs. USOA, downtown Las Vegas, Gianina Sanchez.
Hi everyone, welcome to Glitz, Glam and Grace. I'm your host, Gianina Sanchez, a mom of four, business owner, community advocate and volunteer, and currently USOA Mrs. Downtown Las Vegas. If you would have told me years ago that I'd be sitting here preparing to compete for Mrs. Nevada, I would have not believed you. Because my days back then were filled with diapers, school drop-offs, late night shifts, and building a life that didn't seem glamorous. But it definitely was full of love and a lot of grit. Now, pageantry, it's not a world where I thought I would ever belong to. But now, I'm competing. I'm competing to become Mrs. Nevada in January. Pageantry isn't about wearing the crown or sash or just looking pretty. It's about what you're going to do with your confidence, your voice, and the story that you have. Your story has purpose and power, and that's why I'm here to showcase my story. And not only that, bring the community into the show. We're going to talk about moms who lead, business owners who build, and women who walk both in grace and power. This is where beauty meets purpose and where your journey matters, no matter where you've started. So thank you for joining me at Glitz, Glam and Grace. We'll be back after this break.
Traditional TV is going away. Hollywood is starting to fade. People are demanding real stories from real people. Our voices are now being heard in our own way. Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok Live are becoming the norm. Internet TV has now reached the highest demand in human history. Social media shows is now the new media of the century.
Got Films is a full-service production company that provides motion picture quality content and production services for use in the film and TV industry. Looking for a seasoned crew, high-quality equipment, or other production services for your film, TV, commercial, corporate convention, sports, news, or interview project? Your search stops here. Some of our projects include NASCAR, American Restoration, Pawn Stars, Counting Cars, Top Chef, BattleBots, Forge and Fire, and Street Outlaws. We have also produced over 60 feature films and documentaries. We're ready for all your needs. Whatever your project, whatever your budget, big or small, Got Films got you. GotFilms.com.
Welcome back, guys, to Glitz, Glam and Grace. We have Powerhouse, the Superman of real estate.
Hey guys, how are you?
Ricardo Sanchez.
Nice to meet you guys. I'm Ricardo, the Superman of real estate. Thank you, Janina, for allowing me to be here today.
Thank you for coming and answering my call and accepting to be here.
No worries. Thank you. I always love to come and share my story with everyone, and your story as well.
Okay, so I want to let you guys know how we met. So I don't know if you remember.
Yes.
You
do? Or you want to tell your side, and then I'll tell my side.
Okay. So I was on my merry way back home, and I got a text message from Ricardo. I don't know, it was Ricardo, but it said, "Hi, Gianina, I'm your long-lost cousin." And I was like, oh my God, I don't need no long-lost family right now. That's why I moved to Vegas.
Oh, that is true.
That's why I moved to Vegas.
Oh, yeah, I did say you were my cousin. That is true.
And
Sergio had referred me to you.
Yeah, so I had reached out to Sergio Vega
Yeah, I do remember.
about a home.
Yes.
And then he referred me to Lori.
Yes. I do
And
remember.
then I went through the whole process, the
Pre-approval.
pre-approval.
Yeah.
And I was just waiting. To hear back, and he was the one he was the angel that God sent to send the message that I was gonna be on my merry way to get my first home. And
Nice.
that's how the journey of starting to build my empire started to become. Yep.
Nice. No, and I do remember too. I think it took a little bit. We took some time off, and I like to share that part because sometimes a lot of the clients, they want to be ready right then and there, but sometimes it takes some time. Sometimes it takes some time to get ready, and sometimes it's on God's time.
Oh, that's right.
I think it took
2 seasons.
It took about a year. It might have been a year, and I think there was I can't remember what we needed to work on, but you had the right patience and you had the right perseverance, and finally you were able to get fully pre-approved, and boom, let's get going. So I applaud you for that. I applaud your family, and because sometimes a lot of people give up and they don't continue with the journey, but that is part of the journey, is knowing where you are and then going from there.
Yeah. So
good job for that.
In 2022, Freddie was the one that's going to apply for the home.
Yes.
And the prices were what's it called? The rate. The
interest rates.
It was just super high,
It was
and
high.
it was something that was gonna literally break the bank, and we were just gonna end up losing the house eventually.
Yep.
So Freddie was like, no podemos, we can't do it. Let's wait it off. And then we waited the new year, and you said, well, guys, the ball is in your court. It's buyer season, so
Yep.
we'll give it in a month. You'll close, and we did. We closed in a month, in
Yep.
less than a month. So that's our story on how I became to be a first home buyer.
And I do remember another. Didn't you start a business, and that was what helped you qualify you, right?
I started a business.
You started your empire for the deliveries.
The deliveries.
Yeah.
So also for Pronto Food Services,
Yes.
we didn't qualify because we had to be fully 2 years. Or
Yeah,
something
2 years
like
of
that.
taxes, but then after the second year, that's what helped you qualify you to be able to qualify for a house.
Yes, you're right. I forgot about that.
So I do remember that.
Yeah, so we needed to have 2 years of steady income with Pronto Food Service, and we only had 1 year of taxes that could verify that.
Yep.
And so we were like, okay. And like you said, we led it to God, and we're like, God's time is perfect, so let's just wait it out. And we love our home, we love our neighborhood, we love our neighbors, and I want to bring this up. I don't know if I told you, but I adopted my street now.
Wait, what? You adopt
My street, yeah. So
How do you do that?
I went to City Hall, which is downtown,
Okay.
and it's called beautification program. Adopt a spot beautification program with City of
Okay.
Las Vegas. And you go to neighborhood department services and you apply to adopt the street. And it's a 2-year commitment, and you have to gather a group of volunteers, and
From the same street, from the same
from
community.
wherever, yeah. Just make sure that you're responsible and you're taking care of the street.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So in 6 months, we're hoping to get a plaque with my name on it, and it's gonna say "Adopt a Spot proudly" by Gianina Sanchez.
And they put it on the
On
street?
the street. Hmm.
Wow.
Can you believe
Good
it?
job. I've seen your journey. I want to applaud you for that. It's awesome. I was like, oh, Gianina's doing this beauty pageant, and I'm like, hey, go for it. And I see you're really passionate about it, and I think that's really important. When you do something, you have to have that passion for it, so that you can move and take action. Because if you don't, it's really not. You won't have the results that you want, right? And I see you have that passion for it. So kudos for that.
Thank you. And I don't see him. I don't bump into him regularly. Who bumps into him is Freddie.
I've seen Freddie a lot of times. I've seen him in
La Bonita.
in La Bonita, yeah.
And he's like, oh, I saw Ricardo today. He
I've
said
seen
hi.
him I've seen him maybe 3 to 4 times. I've seen him. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's cool that you can see that through social media, that I can transmit that inspiration and passion through the phone, through social media.
Yep.
Yeah.
So good job.
Thank you. So how has it been in the market?
So right now it's been a little bit different market. There's a lot more sellers than buyers. So right now the buyers have more options. Just like that one time I was telling you, it's a buyer's market. It's a buyer's market once again. In some areas the prices have adjusted and some prices have even dropped, but it's not that they dropped, but with the rates being so low, the prices went up too high, and now the prices are adjusting to what they should be. So some parts of town they're adjusting, some are still hot. Any entry-level home or family entry-level homes are always selling pretty quick. A lot more standing inventory, a lot more sellers are just taking a little bit longer to sell. But right now is still a good time to buy because the sellers are paying for closing costs. Sellers are giving not down payment, closing costs, and then paying down the rate. So it's a good time to buy. The feds are saying that the rates may drop here towards the end of the year, and next year a couple of rate drops.
Hopefully, because I want to buy a home.
If that happens, once the rates drop, an influx of buyers will come in, and that will cause like a bigger wanting to buy, a need, and now it'll turn into a seller's market again.
Okay.
So it's always back and forth, but right now is a buyer's market. So it is a good time to buy. And what I tell my clients is, hey, if you buy now, and when you wait the rates to drop, you just do a refinance.
Okay.
So that would be the strategy right now to do.
Nice. It's so impressive to have a professional that just knows everything. So how long have you been in real estate again?
So I've been in real estate 10 years. I started at 21, 22 years old. And I love what I do. I love helping people. I love helping families like you and, finding their first home and educating them. I like to show them the buying process. And because I actually grew up in the same neighborhood where you bought your home, and so it brings back memories. I used to ride my bike on that street. So it brings memories to me, and I like to help and give back to my people.
Nice.
And so 10 years, actually 11 years. This year will be my 11th year doing real estate, and I love helping people.
Nice.
Yeah,
I love it.
Especially first-time home buyers.
And it's impressive how God puts us together and it went full circle. Your last name is Sanchez.
Yeah, we're Sanchez.
And then I bought the home where in a neighborhood that he used to.
Where you grew up in.
It's so funny. Life speaks to you. So if you're looking to purchase your next home, don't hesitate to reach out to the Superman of Real Estate. Where can they reach you at?
So you guys can find me on social media under the Superman of Real Estate on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. You can find me under Ricardo Sanchez with Realty of America. That's the company that I work for. But my nickname is the Superman of Real Estate. So you can find me on all social medias under the Superman of Real Estate.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll be back after this short break, and we'll be asking Ricardo a few more questions about how he's a leader in the community.
Perfect.
Glitz, Glam and Grace, where beauty meets confidence and every story sparkles. A show that celebrates style, empowerment, and the grace behind every glamorous moment.
Welcome to Timok. Not just a place to eat, but a place to feel.
Hi, I'm Vince.
Hi, I'm Sheila, and we're the owner of Timok Restaurant. We opened this restaurant to offer traditional Filipino dishes with style.
Every flavor tells a story. No shortcuts, no imitations. For the meal you'll remember and the food you'll crave. Tradition meets creativity in every sweet bite.
Mabuhay! Welcome to Timok!
Uniquely Filipino, undeniably yours. Visit us at 39055 Cedar Boulevard, Suite 166, Newark, California, inside Lion Market Shopping Center.
Anybody in the industry who really cares or has ever sat at a bar and has had a bartender ever really take care of you, watch the movie.
Grew up idolizing, Rodrigo Del Peche, Christian Del Peche, Dario Doimo. The best thing we can do is make it look easy.
It was amazing. It represented some beautiful years of the epic times of flair bartending. It showcased some of the greatest, legends of all times. It was just amazing to watch.
Really capturing what the essence of flair is. I think this movie is going to help, inspire the younger generation.
It was really cool to be a part of and see all those, to say I was there. The way they summed it up was really, really cool. I think they did a really great job.
The film was amazing, by the way. You should check it out. The energy in the room was absolutely insane. The support we had in the room was just incredible.
We're all family.
Oh, I loved it. It was beautiful. I just really loved the story. I'm an athlete, so I can definitely relate to training for something.
I absolutely loved it. The bartending world can be intense. The level of talent and heart that they have, and even in the fact that this is a competition, but they were all uplifting each other.
I recommend 100% because probably show off the real lifestyle bartender, like a flair bartender.
They're showing us their cuts, their bruises, everything that they go through. It takes some real skill, and I really appreciate the bartenders that do the flair because it's not easy.
This is awesome. We need it. Flair need this. People who flair need this. Write it down now. Watch the movie, support it, follow it, do all the funny stuff. And don't forget just have fun with it.
Welcome back, guys. I am your host, Gianina Sanchez with Glitz, Glam and Grace, and we're here with the powerhouse, the Superman of real estate, Ricardo Sanchez.
Mi prima.
Oh my gosh. It's nice to know that we're building community here because, like I said, I moved from California to Las Vegas, and I really don't have no one. My dad's in Reno. My mom's still in Mexico. Wow. And Freddie besides us, he has no family. They're all in Mexico. So it's nice that he's built he has this community of his own.
Friends here.
That he's built. Because you know how he is.
Well, Vegas is always a transient city. People are coming in and out, and it's a good place to be.
So part of being in the pageant, we do have to get out in the community and show that we're not just people that are flattered with the crown and the sash.
We give back,
We do give back. So I wanted to ask you, how have you become a leader in your community, and what are ways that you give back to the community?
Give both. Okay. So actually, last year, and I like to share stories. When I was a kid, I actually went to that school, Cicirano. I think your kids may go to that school. And when I was a kid, there was right before winter break, someone gave us toys, and we had a toy drive. And I remember vividly when I came from my classroom, and the lunchroom was full of toys, and they said, "Hey, you can get to pick a toy." I remember I got this toy, and it was a Harry Potter with his broom and the Quidditch ball. And I just remember, I think I was like maybe 8 or 9 years old. And I remember to myself, you know what? I'm grateful I got this toy today. And believe it or not, that impacted me. So I'm not too sure who must have given that toy at that time, or what business owners or which community leaders did. But that really impacted me. So when I started to do real estate, I've done a couple of toy drives in my career, and we actually just did one for a school called Mater Academy. The first toy drive I did was in Cicirano, and we just did one for Mater Academy, and it was here last year. And we went to LA, we bought some toys, we bought my truck full of toys with a trailer, and we had a lot of donations from a lot of other businesses. And I actually dressed up as Santa Claus. If you look at one of my videos on YouTube, you can see that I dressed as a Santa Claus. And it just feels good to give back, and especially the kids that don't really kind of know what's going on in life, that they live in certain areas or with their families, and they don't know what's really going on in the real world. And sometimes they wish they had someone to give them something, or a gift for the holidays. And that's why I do those toy drives, and we actually want to do a even bigger toy drive and this year I'm also part of a organization called NARIP, National Association of Hispanic Real Estate Professionals, and I actually just gave the idea to do a toy drive here in Las Vegas with the local chapter. So I've always done the toy drives. I'm part of NARIP, the National Association of Hispanic Real Estate Professionals, where I educate the real estate professionals, especially the Hispanics, the Hispanic realtors, to make home ownership possible for the Hispanic community. And I'm also a church leader. I'm part of the Mormon Church, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and I am actually the right-hand man of the bishop. I'm the first counselor, I just took the youth 2 weeks ago to a camp in Utah, the young men, and there was fishing, there was axe throwing, and a lot of these kids don't have opportunity to do that at home, right? And so I always find time to give back, and actually later today I will be going to visiting the youth from our ward or our section. So I'm always trying to give back as much as I can. Because God gives us, so much. So it's always good to give back to the community. I mean, I've always been involved, and that kind of got created because of my father. He was a church leader in my community, and he would always give back to the people. So it kind of fell on my lap to become that leader, both in my community and in my church. So, but yeah, we enjoy giving back to the kids, to the toy drives, and hopefully we can do it even bigger this year.
Congrats.
So those are some of the stuff that we do as Ricardo to help and give back to the community.
Yes, you're moving forward with the legacy that your dad presented once, and now you're moving it forward. And what's next? The kiddos, they see dad doing all this stuff, so.
Yes, actually, and I took my oldest two girls to the toy drive. And I just told them, hey, sometimes there's kids that don't have enough for toys, or their parents don't have enough for toys, and just kind of shows them there's more out there, and for them to be grateful, and also to be giving, right, to be loving to other people in the community.
Mm-hmm. And it shows kids from a young age to be empathetic and be good to the people around us.
Exactly.
Yep. So thank you for sharing your story.
Oh, thank you.
I'm so honored to know him and meet him, and I'm so grateful that he was able to represent us at the closing of our first home. We don't know what we're going to do with that home. We love it so much. He wants to buy like a modern one. And then I'm like, like los años pasan, the years go by fast. So it's like, you're not going to be able to walk upstairs,
So you will end up with a what story at the end.
Mm-hmm. So, but we do have plans in buying another one. There's a home, 3 homes down. Mm-hmm. It's been on the market since April.
Wow.
Yeah. We went to go see it at an open house, and it's smaller than the one we have, but it's 4 bedrooms. So
nice. We
want to expand, and a vision of mine is to have all my kids in the same neighborhood.
Nice.
Yeah.
Buy up the whole block.
Exactly. That's
cool.
That's my vision. I don't know how it's gonna come to life. Maybe in another neighborhood, but I know we're doing that. And I already talked to you about that. So.
And I think you will.
Mm-hmm.
And that's part of the first thing is believing in your goal and in your vision, and it'll come true.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So about that, how do you feel about vision boards?
I believe in them wholeheartedly. When I first got married and started my real estate career, my wife, I helped her do a vision board, and I did a vision board, and on that vision board we had some multifamily, some fourplexes. I had put a restaurant there. I put a Hummer,
wow.
a black Hummer. We put to have a family and kids. My wife had put a Jeep, a black Jeep, and all of those things we've accomplished at one point. Maybe the fourplexes, we ended up selling them, and kind of we make mistakes along the way. And I wish I could have not sold them, but it is what it is. And
you live and you learn.
You live and you learn, and you move on. But a lot of the goals that we've set ourselves in our vision board pretty much have been completed. And now we got to make new vision boards.
Yes.
Because we're done with our vision boards.
Mm-hmm.
And all of them pretty much have come true.
Yes,
all the vision
they
boards.
do come true, because when I initially did my first vision board here in Las Vegas, I had posted a home and all my kids in the home, and then me and Freddie, living just a pretty picture of me and Freddie with our home. And then we needed a bigger truck for the family, because we have 4 kids. So I put in things that I needed, and it seemed impossible at that time because it was during the pandemic. And you know how just our saving, we got into our savings, and I'm like, how are we going to level up? So I'm like, I'm just going to do the vision board, and it came true. I should show it to you. Everything on that vision board came true. Freddie doesn't believe in vision boards. He's like, you're just playing around. But no, you're manifesting something.
You are.
Mm-hmm. And with the grace of God, and if you're a good person, karma comes back to you. And you get what you deserve, and we don't do no wrong to no one. We're here by ourselves. We work our butts off, and I think everything that we have, we've got it through grit and perseverance and just not giving up. Like your phrase.
Exactly.
Échale ganas. What does it mean in English?
It means give it your all, never give up, pretty much. That saying is from my dad, and I learned from him my work ethic I learned from him to keep working and keep grinding, and I think a lot of the Hispanic community, that's what we do.
That's what we do.
We're taught to work hard and to be hard
workers. From a young age, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So when I was 13, I was living in Mexico with my mom, and it was during the recession here. So my dad wasn't able to provide enough for us, so I had to take up the job in a plaza in Mexico, and I was selling pizza slices in la plaza. Wow. Yeah.
Real entrepreneur.
I ate some of those pizzas.
That's funny. That's one of the rules. You don't eat your merchandise. Your own merchandise.
Yeah, so that was I kind of fumbled there, but it's okay. I got into the scene of learning how to sell stuff and earning your own money, and I started like cleaning like for other houses and just packing bags and just whatever tips I would get. I learned how to start to make my own money from a young age. So then I had Russell at another very young age, so I had to fully be responsible and take care of him. And that's how my journey with work ethic began, just learning things from life, And now I get to show him in our business, so he won't have to go through the same struggles I went through.
That's good.
I show him firsthand what it is to have work ethic, and I have patience with him. Yeah.
I think that's missing a lot in these days. A lot of the kids now don't really have that work ethic, and they're always on their phone or the social media or TV, and I think it's going away a little bit of that work ethic. So I think it's good that you're implementing that in your family.
Yep. How do you involve your kids in all your projects?
So I actually take my kids over to the office and I kind of show them what I'm doing. At times I've taken them to show homes. And sometimes if I know the other family, I take them and, hey, we're showing a home to this family. They're going to be buying a home here soon. Like the toy drive, I took my kids to the toy drive. So I try to make them involved so they can see what it takes. And sometimes they don't see all the things that I do, but they kind of get a glimpse of it. But just taking them and showing them. And I sit down with them and I kind of tell them our story, where we started. There's another story that I like to share. My dad, when he got here in the 80s, when I was born, he started to paint houses. So I was in a baby carriage in the cat bus with my mom, and in his other hand, he had a bucket full of the utensils to paint. And I try to tell my kids those stories and where we started or where we come from, so that they can. I think we always have to stay humble. Mm-hmm. We have to stay humble and know where we come from.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. So part of that is being a leader and showing that to your kids. And what I like about is like you also post on Instagram clips like, oh, we're doing this, and then I see the kids in the background, like you give them a hammer or something, and you're already getting them involved through that. So thank you for being a leader. Thank you for representing the Hispanic community. And I really appreciate you coming down to Glitz, Glam and Grace and sharing these stories and building community. So thank you guys for watching Glitz, Glam and Grace. I am your host, Gianina Sanchez, and with the Superman of Real Estate, Ricardo Sanchez. Where can they find you again? Your Instagram? You guys can find me on social media, Instagram, YouTube, under the Superman of Real Estate, or on Facebook, Ricardo Sanchez with Realty of America, or Superman of Real Estate. Yes, so catch us live Tuesdays and Thursdays. Thank you to social media shows. You can catch us Tuesdays and Thursdays live at 2 p.m. Thank you, social media shows, for helping us host Glitz, Glam, and Grace. I was your host, Gianina Sanchez. USOA, Mrs. Downtown Las Vegas.